put this one in the who would have ever thought category. It's the 1800s, Virginia City. Mines are being opened left and right, and people are making money hand over fist. You open up a mine, nothing happens. You close it down and figure that's the end of that. 100 years later, someone comes along and figures out how to make your mine profitable. How? By attaching their establishment to it and giving tours. The Ponderosa Saloon in Virginia City. On the corner of Taylor and C Street, the Ponderosa Saloon sits in the middle of the action on the bustling Virginia City boardwalk. A historic pub and a hub for visitors, the saloon is famous for its past enterprises and delicious hot dogs of today. Burke!
John?
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, thank you. It's my pleasure to meet you.
Same here, pal. Now, this is an interesting concept. You got a saloon, you got a mine, you put them together. How long has this been going on?
Since 1979, we've been doing these mine tours.
Now, the building itself, the saloon has been here a long time, and it used to be a bank.
1864.
Wow.
And it was a bank for a long time before it became a saloon. And it was what basically controlled all the money that came through this area.
The Bank of California was the first commercial bank in the western United States. Thanks to volatile mining lending, the bank failed briefly in 1875, and its disgraced president, William Ralston, swam to his death off of San Francisco, the victim of a stress-induced stroke while in the water. The bank, however, survived and went on to become Union Bank of California. This is fascinating. And what was the name of the mine?
This was the Best and Belcher Mining Company, established this mine in 1859.
As we head out of the bar and through the thick iron doors, I get the sensation that I'm not just stepping into a mine. How great is this? I'm stepping into history.
On the north side of this mine, the Con Virginia, known as the Big Bonanza, did $180 million, gold and silver, and that's 1860s dollars.
Goodness gracious, that's a lot of money.
Well, just on the south side of us here, the Gould Curry did $60 million. This mine thought, hey, put a mine in between the two, we'll get rich. They did $438.
You gotta be kidding me. How does that happen?
Not all the mines out here were successful. Best Belcher each lost $1 million on this mine.
That's an extra comma in that paycheck. That's amazing.
The map here is the entire Comstock Lode. All those rectangles are the mining claims active during the heydays, the late 1800s, and only 15 of all those mines actually made the owners rich.
How long was the average shift of a miner?
12 hours.
Wow.
The real productive mines would have 2 shifts.
How much were they getting paid?
The miners here in the Comstock were being paid $4 a day. And the average work pay for a miner around the world, 25 cents a day.
Brutal. The mine shaft itself is filled with fascinating old equipment. What is this here?
This is the powder room. And ladies, don't get compacts. It's where they store dynamite blasting caps and fuses. And when they opened the mine for tours, 1979, found 3 cases of unused dynamite in there, more than 100 years old. Dynamite, the older it gets, the more unstable it becomes. What dynamite is nitroglycerin and sawdust wrapped in paper. The nitroglycerin soaks through the paper and it crystallizes, and you just drop it, it'll explode.
Oh, okay, so that's not the...
No. They hired a special company to dispose of this dynamite before they ever opened for tourists.
Dynamite's not the only scary sight in the mine. Is this a old-time elevator that I'm looking at?
Exactly. Called the Hoisting Cage. This was how they would raise and lower man, equipment, and ore up and down this shaft, which is 52 feet deep.
Wow, it's kind of unnerving, I would think. Here I go, I'm going down into that shaft.
Well, you know, up here at the top of the cage, you see a bird cage.
Yeah.
Now, that is probably the largest fake canary you've ever seen.
Oh, it's fake.
But canaries were used. Best way to tell they had enough oxygen. Because if that canary stopped singing, time to get yourself and your canary out of the mine while you can still breathe.
The canary in the mine, that's what
Yeah,
that's about.
exactly.
And they really use that. And I told
Oh,
you whether or
yes.
not your miners got to get out of here.
There was always male canaries.
Why is that?
Male canaries are the only canaries that sing.
Is that right?
They love to sing. That's why they used them.
Well, I got to tell you, the song that you have sung today has been great for me. I enjoy hanging around with smart people and seeing things like this.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. But before we go, you got to do this with all these nice electric lights.
Yeah.
Didn't have electric lights back then. I'll show you what they used. When miners were hitting that chisel bit with that 12-pound sledgehammer, that's what they were doing it by. No flashlights. Carbide lamp hadn't been invented either. And on occasion, counted go out.